Hello everyone, I'm James. Welcome back to Easy English for You. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever looked at someone successful and thought, they were born special, but I'm not? What if that belief has been wrong your whole life? What if talent is not the reason they shine? Then this story is for you. Let's find out together. There was once a man named June who lived in a small village between two quiet hills. The village was peaceful. The people were kind. The days were simple. But June was not happy. When he was young, he believed he would someday become someone important. He believed he would do something great. But the years passed, and nothing special happened. Some people learned quickly. Some people became skilled. Some people seemed to shine wherever they went. June watched them and wondered why. Whenever people spoke about them, they always said the same thing. He was born with talent. She has a special gift. Some people are just different. At first, June tried to work harder. Then he tried to work longer. Then he slowly stopped trying. If talent decided everything, why try at all? One evening, he sat beside the river at the edge of the village. The water moved quietly beneath the orange sky. June picked up a stone and tossed it into the river. Small circles spread across the water. Then another circle appeared. Then another. Soon they were gone. June sighed. I wish I had been born different. Just then, a bright light crossed the sky. June looked up. A beautiful bird flew above the clouds. Its wings shone like gold in the evening sun. Its wings left a line of light behind it. The villagers pointed toward the sky. The bright bird, there it is. It was born special. It was born great. June watched until the bird disappeared. That night he could not sleep. Again and again he saw the shining wings. Again and again he heard the same words, born special, born great. Before sunrise, June made a decision. He would find the secret of the bright bird. He would learn why some people seemed to shine while others did not. So he packed a small bag and left the village. For many days he walked. He crossed rivers, he climbed hills, he passed through forests, he visited towns he had never seen before. Everywhere he went, he asked the same question. What makes a person great? Some people answered quickly, talent. Others said luck. Others said a good family. Others said a gift from heaven. June listened carefully, but none of the answers felt right. One afternoon, he arrived in a wide green valley. In the middle of the valley stood a beautiful garden. Flowers covered the ground. Fruit trees stood in long rows. Clear water flowed through narrow streams. An old man was working there. His clothes were simple. His hair was white. His face was calm. June walked closer. "Sir," he said, "I am looking for the secret of greatness." The old man smiled. "Then help me carry water." June blinked. That was not the answer he expected. Still, he picked up a bucket. Together they carried water until sunset. The next morning they carried water again. The day after that they did the same. After a week, June noticed something strange. Every morning the old man watered the plants. Every afternoon he removed weeds. Every evening he walked slowly through the garden and looked at every leaf. The same actions, every day, never changing. Even stranger, every night, after everyone slept, the old man disappeared. June noticed it on the seventh night. The old man quietly left the garden and walked toward the distant forest. Before sunrise, he returned. June became curious. Why did he leave every night? For several days Jun watched. The same thing happened. The old man always disappeared. But Jun said nothing. Instead, he kept working. One morning, the old man handed him a tiny seed. "Plant this." Jun planted it. "Now water it every day." Jun nodded. The next day he watered it, and the next, and the next. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Nothing happened. No leaf appeared. No flower appeared. No stem appeared. Only empty soil. Every day felt the same. Jun was losing hope. Jun began to feel foolish. Every morning he watered the seed. Every afternoon he checked the ground. Every evening he looked for signs of life. Still nothing. One day he became upset. He placed the bucket on the ground. "I do not understand. I water it every day. I do everything you say, but nothing changes." The old man looked at him kindly. "Are you sure?" Jun pointed at the soil. "Look, there is nothing." The old man smiled. "Not everything grows where the eyes can see." Jun looked confused. The answer made little sense. A few days later, a great storm arrived. Dark clouds filled the sky. Strong winds shook the valley. Heavy rain fell all night. Branches bent in every direction. Flowers disappeared beneath the water. Branches broke. The garden was broken. When morning came, Jun felt hopeless. Months of work seemed destroyed. He felt his heart sink. "It is over. Everything is gone." The old man calmly handed him a shovel. "Dig." Jun sighed, but he obeyed. He pushed the shovel into the wet earth, again and again and again. Then suddenly he stopped. His eyes grew wide. Beneath the soil were roots everywhere. Long roots, strong roots, roots spreading in every direction. The seed had been growing all along. It had simply been growing where nobody could see. Jun knelt beside the roots. He touched them gently. The old man sat beside him. "Most people quit too early." Jun said nothing. The old man continued. "They look for leaves. They look for flowers. They look for quick results. But real growth often begins underground." Jun stared at the roots. Something inside him began to change. For the first time, he wondered if he had misunderstood his entire life. The storm passed. The days became calm again. Jun continued working in the garden, but now he paid attention to different things. Small changes, tiny changes, changes he once ignored. One new leaf, one stronger branch, one deeper root. Every day seemed small, yet together they created something large. One evening, Jun finally asked the question that had been in his mind for months. "Where do you go every night?" The old man smiled. "Come with me tonight." After sunset, they walked toward the forest. The moon hung quietly above the trees. The air was cool. The path grew narrow. Eventually, they reached an open place in the forest. In the center stood a giant stone. The old man climbed onto it and sat down. Then he closed his eyes. Minutes passed, then an hour, then another. The old man remained perfectly still. Jun was confused. "What are you doing?" The old man opened his eyes. "I am training." Jun laughed. "Training? You're sitting." The old man nodded. "Every day I train my hands in the garden. Every night I train my mind." Jun was surprised. The old man pointed toward the sky. Everything grows through practice. The body grows, the mind grows, the heart grows, even patience grows. Every day I do the same small things. Small things become strong roots. Strong roots become great trees. June thought about those words for a long time. Several weeks later, the old man approached him. "Come with me." Together they climbed the tallest mountain in the valley. When they reached the top, the sun was beginning to rise. The sky glowed with gold and pink light. Then June saw it, the bright bird. It flew above the clouds. Its shining wings lit the morning sky. June smiled. "It truly is beautiful." The old man nodded. "Watch carefully." The bird circled the mountain. Then it circled again, and again, and again. June watched closely. Something seemed familiar. The bird followed exactly the same path every time, the same turn, the same curve, the same movement, again, again, again. The old man asked softly, "What do you see?" June watched for a long moment. Then he answered, "It is practicing." The old man smiled. Yes, the bird was not born shining. It learned to shine. June felt something change inside him. The old man continued. When it was young, it fell many times. It lost its way many times. It failed many times, but it returned every day. Every flight made its wings stronger. Every flight made its path easier. What was hard yesterday became easy today. June stared at the bird. For years he had believed only a few special people could be great. Now that belief began to break apart. The bright line behind the bird was not magic. It was not luck. It was not a gift. It was the mark of thousands of flights, thousands of mornings, thousands of ordinary days. Tears filled Jun's eyes. He thought about all the times he had stopped too soon, all the times he had given up, all the times he had called himself ordinary. The old man reached into his pocket. He placed a small seed into Jun's hand. "This seed is ordinary." Jun looked at it. It seemed no different from any other seed. The old man smiled. "That is why it matters. If it were special, its future would already be decided. But it is ordinary, so what it becomes depends on what happens every day." Jun closed his fingers around the seed. For the first time in many years, he felt hope. Not loud hope, not excited hope, quiet hope, the kind that grows slowly, the kind that stays. Soon after, Jun returned to his village. The people noticed a change. He walked more slowly, but with a stronger heart. He spoke less, but smiled more. And every morning before sunrise, he planted a seed. One seed, one day, one small step. The villagers did not understand. Months passed, then years. Little by little, his life changed. Not suddenly, not like lightning, like roots, deep, quiet, steady. One evening, Jun sat beside the river where he once wished for a different life. The water moved beneath the golden sky. He picked up a stone and dropped it into the river. Small circles spread across the water. Then another, then another. Jun smiled. At last he understood. Greatness is rarely born in a moment. It is built in moments, small moments, ordinary moments, moments that seem too small to matter, until one day they become a forest. Jun looked toward the evening sky. Far away, the bright bird crossed the clouds. This time, he did not wish to be the bird. For the first time in his life, Jun no longer wished to be someone else. He was finally ready to become himself. And as the last light faded beyond the hills, he whispered, "The seed was ordinary. The patience was not." Just like Jun, you are not behind. You are just underground. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep going and keep growing.